New personnel, Major.
I am. Okay, Pierce. How you doing?
MASH is widely regarded as one of the greatest sitcoms in television history. The show, which took place during the Korean War, focused on the lives of a medical unit working to save lives. Despite its serious backdrop, MASH managed to deliver a perfect blend of humor, drama, and heart, making it a hit among viewers. The series finale remains one of the most watched episodes in television history. However, there are still many fascinating facts about MASH that even its biggest fans might not know. In this video, we will explore some of these secrets about the show.
Hey, you make a mean martini there, John. You keep it up, yeah?
In the fourth season of the hit television show MASH, Mike Farrell joined the cast as Captain B.J. Honeycutt, a new surgeon at the 477th Mobile Army Surgical Hospital. At the time, Farrell's character was intended to be a replacement for the popular character Trapper John, who had been played by Wayne Rogers for the first 3 seasons. However, Farrell's character had a different personality than Trapper John, and some viewers had difficulty distinguishing between the two. To help solve this problem, Farrell took the advice of his co-star Alan Alda, who played Captain Benjamin Franklin Hawkeye Pierce, and grew a mustache for the 7th season of the show. This change in appearance helped viewers distinguish between Farrell and Alda's characters, as they both had similar short haircuts and wore Army uniforms. Interestingly, Farrell's growing a mustache also paralleled the evolution of his character's views on the war and military service. As the show progressed, BJ became more disillusioned with the war and began to question the role of the military in his life. The mustache came to symbolize this change in attitude, as BJ grew more distant from the traditional military culture and began to form his own unique perspective on the world. Overall, the addition of Farrell's mustache was a small but significant change in the world of MASH. It helped viewers distinguish between 2 similar characters and served as a visual representation of BJ's evolving views on the war and military service. During the production of the 1970 movie MASH, the creators went to great lengths to keep secrets about the plot, particularly the dramatic departure of the character Henry Blake. To prevent any leaks, incomplete scripts were distributed to the cast members. The full details of Henry Blake's fate were only revealed shortly before the wrap party. Alan Alda, who played the role of Hawkeye Pierce, was the only cast member aware of the shocking ending beforehand. The producers chose to keep the twist under wraps to ensure maximum impact and surprise for both the cast and the audience. This decision added an extra layer of tension and anticipation on the set, making the filming of those scenes even more challenging and emotional. The secrecy surrounding Henry Blake's death was unprecedented in its time and contributed to the overall success of the movie. The unexpected plot twist left a lasting impression on viewers, cementing MASH as a classic anti-war film that resonated with audiences worldwide.
In 12 hours. How many nurses do we have on the base, sir? 17. How many nurses will there be in like 4? That's good.
In 1970, the movie MASH was released, and it featured a surprising event that occurred during the filming of the series finale. A brush fire broke out at the Fox Ranch, where the show was filmed, and it wasn't a part of the planned storyline. However, the production team decided to incorporate the real-life fire into the episode, which significantly impacted the storyline and setting. The fire quickly spread throughout the camp, causing chaos and destruction. The characters had to abandon their posts and flee from the flames, resulting in a dramatic and intense scene. The fire also destroyed many of the camp structures, including the iconic swamp mess tent, which added to the emotional impact of the episode. The unexpected event gave the scene a sense of realism and urgency that couldn't have been achieved through special effects. The fear and chaos on the actors' faces were genuine, and the destruction of the camp was a significant loss for the characters. The fire also changed the course of the storyline, as the characters had to adjust to their new surroundings and rebuild their camp. The real-life fires at the Fox Ranch significantly impacted the MASH series finale, adding a layer of realism and intensity that was both unexpected and memorable. The scene remains iconic in TV history and serves as a reminder of the unpredictability of live filming.
Surely, goodness and mercy shall follow.
In the early stages of producing MASH, the network demanded the inclusion of a laugh track, assuming it was essential for viewers to perceive the show as a comedy. However, as the series progressed, the use of the laugh track was significantly reduced, ultimately being eliminated entirely in BBC reruns. This shift reflected the general inappropriateness of the laugh track for a war-themed series like MASH. The initial insistence on a laugh track and its eventual removal demonstrate the evolving understanding of the show's tone and content among the production team and network executives. In the early years of MASH, the network exercised a strong influence over the show's content. This control was primarily driven by concerns about ratings and how viewers would react to the content. The network's involvement often resulted in specific mandates, such as limiting the amount of blood shown during surgery scenes and regulating the use of coarse language. This tension between the show's creative direction and network standards was a significant factor in the early seasons of MASH. The network's efforts to maintain a certain image and appeal to a broad audience contrasted with the show's desire to accurately depict the realities of war and the experiences of its characters. The 1970 movie MASH featured several guest stars who later became well known in their acting careers. These actors included Ron Howard, Shelley Long, Lawrence Fishburne, John Ritter, and Patrick Swayze. At the time, these appearances provided early exposure for these talents, contributing to their successful careers in the film and television industry. Ron Howard, who played a non-speaking role as an injured boy in MASH, later became a successful director and actor, most notably for his role as Richie Cunningham in Happy Days. Shelley Long, who appeared as a nurse, became famous for her role as Diane Chambers in the television show Cheers. Lawrence Fishburne, credited as Larry Fishburne, played a small part as a soldier. He later gained recognition for his roles in Apocalypse Now and the Matrix trilogy. John Ritter, son of the legendary Tex Ritter, played a wounded soldier in MASH. Ritter later found fame as Jack Tripper in the hit sitcom Three's Company and went on to have a successful career in both film and television. Patrick Swayze, in one of his earliest roles, appeared as a soldier in the film. He later became a heartthrob and established himself as a leading man in movies such as Dirty Dancing and Ghost. These guest stars' early appearances in MASH demonstrated their potential and allowed them to showcase their talents. Their success is a testament to the impact of early exposure and the opportunities provided by appearing in popular films and television shows.
Corporal O'Reilly, you're not billeting these enlisted men in the officers area now.
The 1970 movie MASH, directed by Robert Altman, features a large cast of characters. Due to the challenge of naming so many characters, the writers employed creative solutions. For instance, they used names from the military phonetic alphabet for nurses. This resulted in names like Spearchucker Jones, a black surgical nurse, and Painless Pole Waldowski, the unit's dentist. In one episode, the writers took this creativity a step further by using the names of the 1977 California Angels baseball team for the characters. This included names like Nolan, Ryan, and Carroll. This unconventional approach showcased the writer's ability to think outside the box and add a unique touch to the characters. The use of these generic and creative names served a purpose beyond just identifying the characters. It reflected the military setting of the movie, where individuals are often reduced to their roles and functions. At the same time, the use of baseball team names added a touch of humor and lightness to the otherwise serious and gritty subject matter. Overall, the naming of characters in MASH was a deliberate and thoughtful process, resulting in a unique and memorable cast. The 1970 film MASH holds significance as it marked the transition of its original creator, Dr. Richard Hornberger, from literature to cinema. However, Hornberger expressed dissatisfaction with the subsequent television adaptation that aired from 1972 to 1983. He took issue with the anti-war sentiments of the TV show's Hawkeye character, feeling it deviated from his original vision. Similarly, the film's director, Robert Altman, also expressed disapproval of the television series. Altman criticized the show for missing the anti-authoritarian tone he had aimed to convey in the film. Furthermore, he accused the show of racial insensitivity, although he did not specify any particular instances or aspects of the series that he found objectionable. Despite these criticisms, the MASH television series went on to become a cultural phenomenon, earning numerous awards and accolades during its run. However, it is important to note that both the film's creator and director had reservations about the adaptation, feeling that it failed to capture the essence of their original work.
Those are the vows you make when you're with somebody.
Hawkeye?
Use the following reviews and create a long, detailed single text with it. They could have a few insiders from the 1970 movie MASH, which I want to change into a more neutral review without my silly jokes, and quotes from the show so readers who never seen it have an easier time reading my review. In case they have any personal references, cut these out to maintain my privacy. The review should be clear and easily understandable for readers who might not be familiar with the subject. Please integrate any specific names or terms directly into flowing sentences, avoiding the use of brackets. Here are a few of my different reviews. Please combine them into a single detailed and long flowing text, clearly an important part of film history, but the years haven't been kind to it. A lot of the humor is juvenile, cruel, and silly. And while I get that's the point, nothing can be more deeply juvenile, cruel, and silly than war. It got repetitive and heavy-handed after a while. The performances are good, but beyond Robert Duvall, none of the characters have much in the way of dimensions. People stay exactly what we think they are from the moment we meet them. Walter Chow makes a good argument on the website Film Freak Central that the sexism, homophobia, etc. are the whole point. Altman is saying we're all beasts at heart, even if we act like we're bucking the system. It's an interesting idea, but I'm not sure I buy it's what Altman was intending. I couldn't hate this movie more. Warning spoilers, anyone WHO likes the TV series should avoid this movie like the plague. How such a piece of trash could inspire one of the greatest TV series of all time is beyond me. And now that question will be stuck in my mind for the rest of my life whenever I watch the show. Instructions ensure that there are no emojis, text within brackets, parentheses, or similar symbols in the response. The text should be at least 200 character long. Please provide a single coherent response without rephrasing or repeating titles or headings. Avoid using too many enumerations. The text is for older people, but keep the vocabulary as simple as possible. Please provide concise, direct answers without introductions or conclusions. I'm compiling these into a script and need each part to flow smoothly into the next without redundant opening or closing statements. Don't use abbreviations in your reply. Please refrain from using words or phrases such as multifaceted, indelible, versatile, tapestry, bustling, landscape, testament, in the realm, embark, in the world of, renowned, accomplished, contributions, cherish, realm, complex, enduring, intriguing, multifaceted, intricately, etched, iconic, legacy, vibrant, embark, captivating, conclusion, intrigue, resonate, anala euros s of history, prowess, remarkable, intricate, thespian, picture this, woven, mark, impact, transcended, step in the world.
Are you leaving?
Yes, I am.
Good afternoon, Lieutenant Dish.
Good afternoon.
In 1970, Robert Altman's anti-war film, MASH, made its mark in Hollywood with a talented ensemble. The casting process was a crucial part of the film's success, and it all started with the lead roles of Hawkeye Pierce and Duke Forrest. For the role of Hawkeye, over 100 actors were considered, with Elliot Goode eventually landing the part. Goode's ability to balance humor and drama, as well as his improvisational skills, won over Altman and the casting directors. Donald Sutherland was an early front-runner for Hawkeye, but opted for the part of Duke Forrest instead. Tom Skerritt was cast as Duke's best friend, Augmentin Dawson, after impressing Altman during auditions. Skerritt recalled that Altman was looking for actors who could bring their own unique interpretations to the characters. The role of Trapper John McIntyre was offered to Altman's first choice, Elliot Goode, but he declined. The part then went to Wayne Rogers, who had previously collaborated with Altman in Countdown. Rogers' comedic timing and chemistry with Skerritt helped solidify the Trapper Hawkeye duo. Sally Kellerman, an accomplished actress, was cast as Hot Lips Houlihan following her successful audition and chemistry test with Goode. In contrast, Robert Duvall's role as Major Frank Burns was not originally in the script. Duvall's performance was so powerful that Altman rewrote the script to accommodate him. The final key role of Radar O'Reilly was given to Gary Berghoff, who had played the character in the stage production. Altman was drawn to Berghoff's sincerity and naivete, which added depth to the otherwise comedic film. In summary, MASH's casting process combined both newcomers and seasoned actors to create an unforgettable film. Altman's openness to improvisation and unique interpretations allowed for a truly dynamic cast, making MASH a classic in American cinema.
Sponge or something for crying out loud.
Also some big sponges. You'll have to use these.
Oh, that's
for now.
bleeding. That's gotta come out.
Robert Altman, the director of MASH, brought a unique vision to filmmaking. He aimed for naturalism and improvisation, contrary to the typical Hollywood style. Altman used long lenses and multiple microphones to capture several conversations at once, creating a more realistic and immersive battlefield experience. His creative influences varied, but he was particularly inspired by the French New Wave movement and its emphasis on character-driven narratives. Altman's signature style included overlapping dialogue, intricate compositions, and an acute social commentary. Collaboration was essential to Altman's process. He fostered a relaxed, egalitarian atmosphere on set, encouraging actors to contribute to their characters' development. For MASH, he cast primarily against type, bringing in actors like Donald Sutherland and Elliot Goode, who brought a fresh energy to the film. Altman also worked closely with his crew, often employing the same people on multiple projects. This continuity allowed for a shorthand communication, which greatly benefited the production. In conclusion, Altman's directorial vision for MASH was characterized by naturalism, improvisation, and a keen eye for social commentary. His creative influences, unique style, and collaborative approach resulted in a groundbreaking film that continues to resonate today. The 1970 movie MASH, directed by Robert Altman, was primarily filmed on the Fort Ord military base in California. The set designers transformed this location into a realistic depiction of a mobile Army surgical hospital in the Korean War zone. They built operating rooms, tents, and recreational facilities, using authentic military equipment and supplies to ensure historical accuracy. One innovative technique employed during production was the use of multiple handheld Arriflex cameras. This approach allowed for a more natural and immersive viewing experience as the camera could move freely among the actors and settings. It also enabled the capturing of spontaneous moments and improvisations, contributing to the film's unique comedic style. Logistical challenges of filming at Fort Ord included managing a large cast and crew while adhering to military protocols. To minimize disruptions to base operations, filming often took place during evenings and weekends. Additionally, the production team had to coordinate closely with the U.S. Army to acquire permissions, access military equipment, and ensure safety on set. Despite these challenges, MASH became a groundbreaking film, renowned for its satirical humor, anti-war sentiment, and innovative cinematography. Its production methods, such as the use of handheld cameras and naturalistic acting, would later influence numerous films and television shows.
Come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
You ever catch this syndrome before, babe?
This day our daily bread.
The music in the 1970 movie MASH plays a crucial role in complementing the film's narrative and emotional tone. The score was composed by Johnny Mandel, a renowned musician and composer known for his work in film and jazz. Mandel's music perfectly captures the blend of humor, drama, and tragedy that defines MASH. The soundtrack features a mix of source music, including popular songs from the 1950s and Mandel's original score. The source music helps to establish the time period and location of the film, while Mandel's score adds depth and emotion to the story. Mandel's main theme, "Suicide is Painless," became a hit single and is one of the most recognizable themes in movie history. The song's lyrics, written by the film's director, Robert Altman, and his son, Michael, add a layer of dark humor to the film's anti-war message. Mandel's score uses a variety of musical styles, from big band jazz to classical music, to reflect the diverse personalities and experiences of the characters. The music underscores the emotional moments in the film, From the lighthearted antics of the Mobile Army Surgical Hospital unit to the tragic loss of life on the battlefield. In creating the score, Mandel worked closely with the film's editor, Danford Green, to ensure that the music perfectly matched the pacing and tone of each scene. Mandel also drew inspiration from his own experiences as a musician during World War II, which gave him a unique perspective on the world of MASH. Overall, the music in MASH is a key component of the film's enduring appeal. It adds depth and emotion to the story, while also providing a memorable and iconic soundtrack that has stood the test of time.
Something we have stuck it out for a whole week now. Pretty girl, eh?
Yeah, it kind of grows on you.
What is...
One of the most iconic scenes in the 1970 movie MASH is the helicopter arrival of wounded soldiers, directed by Robert Altman. The chaos and tension are palpable as the helicopters land, and the medical team, led by Hawkeye and Trapper John, rush to attend to the injured. Cinematographer Harold E. Stein used handheld cameras to create a sense of urgency and realism. Altman's direction, Stein's cinematography, and the cast performances combine to create a harrowing and powerful scene that immerses the audience in the chaos and horror of war. Another unforgettable scene is the football game between the 477th and the 325th Evac Hospital, which Altman described as a metaphor for the absurdity of war. The game is played in the middle of a muddy field, with the soldiers using a football as a makeshift bomb. The scene is both comedic and tragic as the soldiers find a brief moment of respite from the horrors of war, only to be reminded of its harsh reality. The operating room scene is another standout, showcasing the ensemble cast's impressive performances. As the surgeons work tirelessly to save the lives of their patients, they also find moments to joke and bond with each other. This scene is a testament to the film's exploration of the complex emotions that soldiers experience during war, from the horrors of the operating room to the camaraderie that develops between the men and women who serve together. The hot lip scene, in which Major Margaret Houlihan is caught having sex in a tent with a soldier, is also iconic. The scene is played for laughs, but it also highlights the sexual politics of the military and the challenges that women faced in traditionally male-dominated environments. Actress Sally Kellerman, who played Houlihan, described the scene as a turning point for her character, who is subsequently ostracized and ridiculed by her male colleagues. Overall, the iconic scenes in MASH are marked by their powerful direction, cinematography, and performances. The film's exploration of the complex emotions and absurdities of war continues to resonate with audiences today, making it a true classic of American cinema. The movie MASH, released in 1970, had a significant cultural and social impact. Its humor and satirical take on the Korean War resonated with audiences, making it a box office success. The film's influence extended to pop culture as well, with the characters and storylines becoming iconic, leading to a successful television series that aired for 11 seasons. MASH also contributed to discussions on relevant social or cultural themes. Its portrayal of war, camaraderie, and the human condition highlighted the complexities and contradictions of war and its effects on individuals and society. The film encouraged people to question the war and its consequences, sparking conversations about the cost of war and the need for peace. In conclusion, the 1970 movie MASH had a considerable cultural and social impact, resonating with audiences, influencing pop culture, and addressing important social themes. Its legacy continues to be felt today as the film's message about the human cost of war remains relevant and thought-provoking. The 1970 movie MASH, directed by Robert Altman, received widespread critical acclaim for its humor, satire, and commentary on the Vietnam War. Roger Ebert, a renowned film critic, praised the film for its extraordinary combination of humor and horror, and its extraordinary perception of what the American military is like. The audience reactions were also positive, with many appreciating the film's irreverent take on the Korean War and its anti-war sentiment. MASH received several award nominations and wins, including 5 Academy Award nominations and 1 win for Best Adapted Screenplay. The film's success at the Oscars was a significant achievement for Altman, who had previously struggled to gain recognition in Hollywood. The film screenwriter, Ring Lardner Jr., also received recognition for his work, having been blacklisted in Hollywood during the McCarthy era. His win for Best Adapted Screenplay was a comeback story that resonated with many in the industry. The film's critical and commercial success, as well as its awards and nominations, were a testament to the talent and creativity of those involved in its production. The film's unique blend of comedy and drama, as well as its anti-war message, struck a chord with audiences and critics alike. Its success helped to establish Altman as a leading director in Hollywood and paved the way for his subsequent films. The accolades also highlighted the contributions of Lardner, who had overcome significant obstacles to achieve success in the industry. Overall, the film's success was a significant milestone in the careers of those involved, and a landmark moment in the history of American cinema.
I will fear no evil, for thou art with me.
The filming of MASH in 1970 was filled with unexpected incidents and camaraderie. The cast and crew, led by Robert Altman, faced many challenges, including a limited budget and a tight schedule. Despite these obstacles, they managed to create a film that resonated with audiences and etched its place in cinema history. One anecdote from the set involved Elliot Goode, who played Trapper John. Goode was known for his improvisational skills and often deviated from the script, much to the chagrin of the producers. In one scene, Goode ad-libbed a line about attending Harvard Medical School, which was not in the original script. This line made it into the final cut, and Goode's improvisation became a memorable moment in the film. Another anecdote involved Donald Sutherland, who played Hawkeye. Sutherland had a reputation for being a prankster, and he often played jokes on his co-stars and the crew. One day, he filled a fake spider with fake blood and placed it in a cake that he offered to a crew member. When the crew member bit into the cake, he was shocked to find the spider in fake blood. Sutherland's prank caused quite a stir on set, but it also helped to lighten the mood and build a sense of camaraderie among the cast and crew. The film's production was not without its challenges. The cast and crew faced numerous logistical issues while filming in the hot and humid conditions of the California desert. The makeshift tents that served as the set often became unbearably hot, and the cast and crew had to take frequent breaks to cool down. Despite these challenges, the cast and crew persevered and managed to complete the film on time and within budget. MASH was a groundbreaking film that pushed the boundaries of what was considered acceptable in mainstream cinema at the time. Its irreverent humor, anti-war message, and complex characters struck a chord with audiences and critics alike. The film's success helped to launch the careers of many of its cast and crew members and solidified Robert Altman's status as a visionary filmmaker. In conclusion, the making of MASH was marked by unexpected incidents, camaraderie, and perseverance. The cast and crew's ability to overcome the film's challenges and create a groundbreaking film is a testament to their talent and determination. The anecdotes from the set offer a personal glimpse into the experiences of the cast and crew during the film's production and serve as a reminder of the magic that can happen behind the scenes of a classic film.
Frank, how long does this show go on? It gets longer all the time.
The 1970 movie MASH, directed by Robert Altman, made a significant impact on film history. It pioneered the use of overlapping dialogue and naturalistic performances, which influenced future filmmakers to experiment with similar techniques. The film's dark humor and satirical portrayal of the Korean War also paved the way for anti-war movies and TV shows. MASH inspired several subsequent works, including the long-running TV series of the same name. The show continued the story of the 477th Mobile Army Surgical Hospital, exploring themes of war, camaraderie, and the human condition. The film's influence can also be seen in other anti-war films and TV shows, such as Catch-22 and Taking Woodstock. Moreover, MASH's groundbreaking style and themes have left a lasting impact on American culture. The film's exploration of the absurdity of war and the resilience of the human spirit continues to resonate with audiences today, making it a timeless classic in the annals of film history.
Where?
Hospital.
If you have memories of watching the 1970 movie MASH, we'd love to hear them. This groundbreaking film, with its unique blend of comedy and drama, left a lasting impact on cinema. Did it make you laugh or cry? Or perhaps it made you think about the complexities of war and friendship in a new way. We encourage you to share your personal experiences and the feelings that MASH evoked. Your stories can enrich our understanding of this classic film and its enduring appeal. If you were influenced by MASH's innovative storytelling, share your thoughts on how it shaped your perspective on cinema. Did it inspire you to explore new genres or themes? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more cinematic explorations. Your engagement helps us create a vibrant community for film enthusiasts of all ages. We can't wait to hear from you.
All night praying, huh?
I've been in the Army a long time. I know what you guys are trying to pull, but you're not going to push me around.